All right, you guys, welcome to day one. We're so excited how to start and grow a successful membership site around your passion. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And the first thing I want to say is, of course, welcome workbook. Yeah, welcome. We're glad you're here, and get your workbook. Right below this video, there should be a button that says resources, and right below that, resources, you should see workbook. So download your course workbook because we'd like you to follow along with us, fill in the blanks, and that way it'll just kind of help engage you in your mind a little bit more. So not only are you going to be seeing the information and hearing it, but we'll get a little kinesthetic learning into as you type in and those answers too, to keep you on board. So welcome again, and let's get started. So today is going to be kind of a foundational day, a big picture overview stuff. And this is what we're going to cover today. We're going to cover what is a membership site, how membership sites can be very lucrative, how membership, it's going to be a long training if I can't say membership. Okay, how membership sites work, how to research for the right niche, determining your primary content, and developing an exit strategy. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with what is a membership site? And I know this may be basic for many, but let's do it. Membership sites contain information that is otherwise unavailable to others. Now think about just that fact alone. Since this information is unavailable to others, that makes that information exclusive. And once it becomes exclusive, it in turn adds more value to it just in and of itself. So first thing is just very basic. Membership sites contain information that's otherwise unavailable. Okay. And then next, people are willing to pay to have access to not only the information, but to the community as well. So that's community. I mean, think about it, especially now with all the lockdowns, now more than ever, people are craving community, and your membership site can provide that community for people. Along with the value of the community itself, these kind of online communities can also provide limitless opportunities for your members through connections and networking with other like-minded, focused individuals. So you have all these people with the same passion and desires together in a group, and that in itself just adds a lot of value. So real basic, what is a membership site? Contains information that's otherwise unavailable and also provides community. Okay. So moving on a little deeper, membership websites capitalize on the fact that people are willing to pay for information they find useful. And, being in the digital marketing world, we might forget about this and just, because we're into, searching and finding and information, that's our thing. But for the public out there, that's not quite the case. And you just have to understand people are willing to pay for information. Okay. And by associating and communicating with other people who share their passions, your members receive what I would like to refer to as added value that this group dynamic makes possible. When you have this group dynamic of, like-minded, focused people focused around a topic that you provide, that's just more and more value every person, because you don't know who's coming in. You don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know who you're going to do a little messaging with, and, might meet somebody becomes a business partner, a lifelong friend. You just don't know, but there's added value in the community. So don't miss that. So moving on a little bit to talk about how membership sites can be lucrative. Membership sites can be extremely lucrative because people will always be willing to pay to get their hands on the information they need. This is all about convenience. Okay. Can people find the information out there that you're providing for free? Maybe not, but it's the convenience. And not only the convenience, but there is the time factor. I guess those two go together really, because the time you spend looking for information, you could just take that right out of the equation for your members because you provided it for them in a convenient way to find the information they're looking for. Think about this also, the local library or bookstore is no longer the place to go for information. The internet is, okay? And this may be obvious to you, but I want to impress upon you that there's a huge shift that has taken place in the world, okay? It's that shift where now we go to the internet. You don't go to the bookstore anymore. I mean, you may if you're into books, but that's not the only place to go for the information. Likewise, the library isn't the place, it's the internet. So again, don't miss it. This is a huge shift that has taken place. Don't underestimate it, that the market is huge for information on the internet. And you have the reach of the whole internet. The whole world could be in your market. So just understand this big shift has taken place, and this is really what we're capitalizing on here with this kind of membership site. Okay, and lastly, on the lucrative angle, like the library and the bookstore, a membership site provides the convenience of having the information packaged, okay? Same for YouTube. I mean, we were just talking about how, yes, the information can be found. You may be able to find similar or even the same, you know, your members may be able to find similar or even the same information you're providing for free out there, maybe on YouTube. But just because it's free doesn't mean it's without cost. You have to spend a large amount of energy, your time, your focus. Remember, our power to focus is our power to succeed. So, and there's also something called opportunity cost. If you think way back to your economics class, opportunity cost is an economic term that talks about how if you're spending your time doing this, the opportunity cost is all the other things you could have spent your time doing, right? Because if you're doing this, you don't have time for all those other things. So that's the opportunity cost. And that's one of the major benefits of membership sites is the convenience where people don't have to spend the time, the money, the energy, the focus to search for the kind of information they're looking for. And then they have to piece it all together and duct tape it together and make sure it works. And it flows in a coherent way. You don't have to do that with a membership site. That's what you're doing is you're curating the content, the information, you're bringing it together in a very convenient and packaged way for them so they can get what they need in the shortest amount of time possible. Okay, so example, let's talk about example of how lucrative a membership website can be. And they can be very lucrative. You look at this example here. Say you have a website with 100 members paying a monthly fee of $15 each. You'd get $1,500 every month, and that's just for a single membership site. Now, this is basic math, obviously, but what I want you to cue in on here is that this is a conservative estimate, okay? Don't get locked in with this, oh, a membership site, I should charge about $15 a month. No, this is just an example. Don't let this example limit you. Instead of $15 a month, do you think it could be $2,000 a month? Yes, it could. There are membership sites out there that are charging $2,000 a month, and they're full of members that are happy to pay. So they're out there. Not only are high-end membership sites out there, but customers for high-end membership sites are out there. As long as the content is valuable to your audience, they will buy it. Okay. So remember, as you continue to provide updated and excuse me, valuable content. That's key. Valuable content to your site, the number of members will continue to grow, increasing your monthly residual income. Okay, so valuable. We think about this, the content has to be valuable or has to have perceived value to your members, to your customers. Oftentimes we can think, well, I'm not sure if I'm qualified. I don't know if I know enough. Well, let me tell you a little secret. You only have to be one step ahead of your audience to be the authority in that topic. Okay. You just have to be a little bit ahead of the game, ahead of your audience. And this is something I used to way back when work as a full-time preacher. And I remember one of my preaching mentors telling me about the same subject. He says, listen, when you spend all week preparing for a lesson and then you present it at that moment in time, you are the expert in the audience. Okay. And I want to ensure you that it'll be the same with you. You have to keep your content updated and make sure you're providing value and that your customers perceived as valuable. And don't worry, you just have to stay a little bit ahead of the game. Okay. So always be adding valuable content. If the content doesn't become valuable or your members don't perceive it as valuable, that's going to be the end of your membership site. Okay. So you got to stay on top of updating with valuable content. And then the last way that membership sites can be very lucrative is add additional membership sites. Okay. Rinse and repeat. Once you do it one time and you learn how the model works and you monetize the model, then you can branch out and explore different markets or related markets, find a market that is related to your niche. And then you just do it again, rinse and repeat. So lot of money in membership sites if you do it right. So just remember, don't sell yourself short. Okay. The market is huge and there's plenty of high paying customers and you'll find them. Okay. And keep your content fresh, relevant, and valuable, and then rinse and repeat. Okay, so next we're going to talk a little bit more about how membership sites actually work. So a successful membership site needs to put its efforts into providing a blank blank that each member will enjoy. Okay, this is something sometimes we overlook. We think it's all about the content, but what's important is here providing a user experience. Okay, that's your fill in the blank there. The UX or the user experience is super, super important. Let's just consider a couple of examples, say matchmaking or dating websites, big business because members share their information through their profiles, their pictures, forums, and posts, and then other members can connect with them through their comments and leave private messages and so on. So that's one example of a membership site. On the other spectrum, maybe we think about a job websites like, I don't want to say any, but these big job websites where it's basically a database bringing together job seekers with employers, employers who need to find employees. So in both cases, the UX, the user experience has got to be great. And I say great because, it's got to be really good. It can't just work. It's got to be like smooth, right? If you go to a membership website or any website for that matter, and the user experience is kind of wonky and it's not obvious how to get around and go where you need to go and really accomplish the purpose for which you're there, it's not going to be something you're going to want to go back to a lot. Conversely, if the UX, the user experience is so tight and is so great that everything just works, it's intuitive, that's what you're shooting for. So make sure that you spend some time really addressing the UX, the user experience for your membership website as well. And then find ways to connect with your members. Now, obviously, in the early stages of your membership site's life, you're going to be the only person that's, putting in content, suggesting topics, and so on. But at some point, your members will start to add value and content to the site for you. And you'll go through this thing where you'll find some members will just kind of rise to the top and you'll realize, wow, this girl is sharp, or that guy is really on the ball here, and they're helping other people in the group. And then before you know it, maybe they're contributing to the content, right? So you want to look out for those people and try to bring them along and have them maybe even help you with their group. And again, there's something in it for them because they're being raised to a prominent, authoritative space in your group too. So it's a good win-win situation. Some other ways that you could drive a connection in different ways to have your members connect. Obviously, private forums. You could use WhatsApp. You could use Telegram, or Facebook groups. So just all these different ways to get your members connected, not only to yourself, but to one another. And that's how your community will kind of take on a life of its own. All right, next, let members post content, moderate, and enjoy. So this is really where the fun starts to happen, is when your members, have something to contribute, they start commenting and really interacting with each other. But at this stage of the game, there's something you're going to have to look out for, and it is the internet troll. That's right, trolls. So this is part, now, trolls, you guys, it's just people who have nothing better to do than get in there and disrupt others, make fun of others. They're the negative nannies. You know who they are. So, and it's inevitable. You're going to have haters and you're going to have trolls. So that's if you're doing anything worthwhile and out in the public eye, right? So as the owner of this membership site, in order to ensure a good UX, a good user experience for your membership, you want to moderate. You want to make sure you have clearly defined rules for the group and moderate, get rid of the trolls. If people don't know how to behave on private, communications with groups, usually we don't give them a whole lot of grace because, come on, it's common sense. Be polite. You got no time for that. So you will have to be on troll alert and troll guard too. All right. So next, let's talk about your niche a little bit. Let's talk about researching for the right niche. So consider whether your target market is ready for your product. And that's something you have to ask yourself. Are you innovating? Are you bringing this product to market or this service? Are you the first one? That can be kind of scary, right? Or conversely, are people already buying this product or similar products and services elsewhere? If that's the case, you've got a better idea what that market looks like. And then you want to ask yourself, is the market, this niche I'm going into, big enough to support what I'm doing here? Is it big enough to support my membership group and the products and services behind it? Is your business plan aligned with what your target clients really want? Okay. And here's where you want to think about the customer journey we talk about a lot. Think about the journey your customer is taking. Your membership website is going to some degree provide a solution for a problem that your members have. So think about their problem and think about how that customer would journey through that. Okay, and understand that what you're doing here is you're not just providing a place for content. Okay, you're building a relationship with your members. Okay, so you want to think about that with your business plan here. Think about your customers, think about their customer journey, okay, and somehow work that into your business plan and make sure that your plan is aligned with what your target audience, your target clients really want, okay? Give a little bit of time and planning to that up front, and you'll be happy you did. Okay, next, be sure about your product. Now, this may seem, like the most obvious thing in the world here, but it's important that deep down, you know exactly what you're selling. You know exactly what solution you're providing to what problem. Take the time to really think this through. Think about comparing the market for your product or service, maybe for two restaurants in a town. Okay, some restaurants in your town might be selling pizza baked in a wood-fired oven. Another might be a successful seafood restaurant with fine dining kind of ambiance. Now they're all selling food, right? But what's different is they're all really selling different combination of brand, experience, value, sure, food, but ambiance and experience. Okay. It's not just where we're going to eat, food is food. No, food is not food. You seek out what you want based on, what you're looking for at that time. You want a quick bite or do you want a nice sit down with your significant other, maybe? So when you start to think about your business and start this membership site, it's imperative that you know how and why people will want your product. And you need to have a clear understanding of what the needs are that your product will fulfill and what unique factors make you stand out from the competition. Okay, so just really think about that, your product and where it sits as far as competition in the landscape of the markets you're entering. All right, and next, don't try to be everything to everyone. One of the biggest mistakes that many new businesses commit when starting their first membership site is spreading themselves too thin. Double down on your strengths and be authentic to yourself. And remember, niche down. You want to niche down, and it's specialization is where the money is. You want to specialize. So again, if you try to be everything to everybody, you end up being nothing to most everybody. Okay, so the name of the game here is to niche, to specialize. So don't feel like you've got to accommodate and, oh, well, these people, they're not really digging what I'm saying, or they're not really liking my content. Well, if that's the case, maybe they're not really in your market, right? Maybe they don't really have the problem you're trying to provide the solution for. So you need to stay focused on knowing what solutions you're providing and just be true to that specialization, to that niche. All right. So speaking of content, determining your primary content is what we will talk about just next here for a second. So will you provide them with a series of lessons? Here's the fill in the blank here to help them teach a process. So as you get started with your membership site, you've got to determine what kind of content you want to deliver to your members. You could just provide, not just, this would be great, lessons. It could be all educational. Okay. It could also be, will you provide a blank, such as delivering new content to them every month. A service, is this what you're going to do? You're going to provide a service, as you're filling the blank there, such as delivering new content every month. That could be your model. Or I also kind of look at this as anchor content. Whatever your niche or your specialization is, there'll be some anchor content or content that kind of anchors the whole page to your topic. Okay. And then also, will you provide a reference library? Are your two fill in the blanks there? Will you provide a reference library of material that they can consult whenever they need? So think about this in terms of what your target audience wants in the topic area. A lot of different ideas here. So just to recap, you could provide them with a series of lessons. You could provide them with a service, such as new material on, a frequency basis, every day, every week, every month, whatever you decide. And then also, you could provide a library of material in such the same way, where you're just always building this library of stuff they have access to. So, and that's obviously not all of it. There's so much more you could do with your content, but it is important, again, because this all ties together with not trying to be everything to everybody and specialize, is you really want to think about your primary content, what it is and how you're going to develop it. What's going to be your SOP, standard operating procedure there. All right, and next we're going to talk about, oh, we're approaching the end here. Next, we're going to talk about developing an exit strategy. So one of the most traditional reasons to start any business is to blank it. What do you guys think? It doesn't get much press nowadays. It's not discussed much, but it's very important. It is one of the most traditional reasons to start any business is to sell it. That's right. You're creating something of value. You're creating a business. You're creating a cash generating system. And one of the main reasons to do that is to be able to sell it at some point. So just think about that. Once you create something of value, you can sell it. So don't discount that. It gets overlooked a lot, but don't overlook about it. Think about that as an option for your exit strategy, because you have to consider, how long do you plan on operating this site? How long do you want to do it? That's only up to you. You know, what kind of goal you have in mind, what kind of solutions you want to provide. So have to think about that. Where is the end? You know, you always want to start with the end in mind, right? And then how will you end your membership site? Are you just going to stop delivering content and stop collecting monthly residual income? You could, but that doesn't sound like a good deal to me. Let's keep that income going. But you have to think about that. How will you end your membership site? Possibly, will you sell your site to someone else to operate it? We talked about that. You could sell it, and people want to buy cash generating assets. A digital asset like this is of great value when it's generating cash. And then will you hire a team to operate it for you? So that's something you could do. You could hire people or one person just to operate it. But all of these decisions will not only impact how you operate the site, but also maybe what you're going to name the site. Because think, if you have in mind, maybe I want to sell this when I'm done, you might not want to call it Keck's Clubhouse, for example, because if I sell to somebody who's not named Keck, it's going to, kind of be lost on them, and it's not going to make sense. So just think about that. If you're giving your own personal name to something, just think about that in relationship to how you might be able to exit, how you might be able to sell it to somebody else. Okay. All right. This is going to bring us into our summary for day one here. Just kind of a big, 64,000 foot view, the foundations of membership sites. What are they? It's where people have access to information that's not otherwise accessible. They're willing to pay for it. These sites can be super lucrative. We talked a little bit about how the membership sites work, how important it is to research your niche and really niche down, specialize. Do not try to be everything to everybody. And determine your primary content or your anchor content. What's your standard operating procedure going to be? How are you going to deliver it on a regular basis? And then don't forget to develop an exit strategy before you enter, because it's a lot easy to exit when you have a strategy indeed.
Get out that paper and pencil, because now I want you to, as we move through some questions, these questions are about, is a membership website a good fit for you? I really want you to, at least as we're asking the questions the first time you hear them, if something comes to your mind, I'd like you to write that down. Sometimes the first things that pop into our mind when we're sorting out and mind mapping ideas can really provide valuable insights as we move through the process. And I'm not going to say you're going to want to stop there. There are going to be plenty of questions, and you might want to revisit it at a later time, but this first impression could be valuable information for you, so have that handy. Let's start with 4 great questions I want you to ask before we even delve into what we're going to need to know. First of all, will people pay you for your expertise? Now, this is something that I think that is really important for us to consider. If you're new to Builderall, you might not have heard Shelley tell the story of her book about teaching people how to train a goldfish. Now, who would ever know or think that an idea like that could actually be monetized, or somebody would want to pay for that kind of expertise? So allow your mind to be free here and jot down maybe your initial ideas, but when we get down to the bottom line, remember, we're always going to be asking, will people pay you for your expertise? Do you love being online and active in a community? This is going to be really important because if you're building a membership site, you're going to be spending a lot of time engaging with other people. You're going to be sitting online a good bit of the time, unless you have a whole team of people. And if you're just starting out, that's likely not true at this time anyway. So you're really going to want to make sure you like being online. Now, there are many ways people participate online. So like, I would consider myself, generally, I'm a bit of a lurker and observer. I will get engaged in a group or a community where I'm not known yet, but generally I stand back and I'll watch and observe, and then I'll get engaged. But then I also know other people that love being online and they're going to engage every time. So just be aware of that as you're sorting out these questions. These are going to be important things that you're going to need to consider as you decide what kind of membership site is going to be right for you and your business. Here's the big question. What is the purpose of your membership site? Now, of course, we're not talking about the bottom line of monetizing it for your business at this point or building your brand authority. I want you to think about the purpose of service that you are providing to the community. You cannot build a community without that element of service or benefit to the community itself. So that makes sense. You're always going to have to come back to the purpose of the membership site and the benefits it's serving in the community you're attempting to build. Another important question, how can I elevate my business with a membership site? Now, this is a very general question, and there are many different ways to do that, of course. But if you're going to be building this membership site to elevate your brand or monetize, you're going to want to think of all the options about how it fits for your business. How will a membership site elevate your standing in the community, perhaps your visibility in a niche? Whatever that is true for you, you're going to want to keep these 4 questions in mind as you move through the training today. Let me make sure I can do this. Let's talk about the benefits of building a membership site around your brand. We're going to talk about the benefits and the drawbacks, but right now let's just focus on those benefits. And of course, at the top of the list, in my opinion anyway, is you can deliver more focused value to your audience in a membership site. Having a membership site gives you that ability to really get deep down into the solutions that you're going to be providing for your members. So it's a really important to keep that at the top of your list, always focusing back on that value. It also is a great way to increase the impact of your message. I was thinking about the impact of being able to claim membership in, I think Harley Davidson motorcycles is a perfect example. They have a membership, a Harley lifestyle membership site, and it is an elite program. And that just being a member of that program elevates the message of what it means to be a Harley Davidson rider. It really focuses that brand authority in a very specific way. So there's all kinds of ways you can craft and elevate the impact of whatever message you're trying to deliver. And that may be an educational message. It may be a product sales message. It also might be a community-based message. Whatever that message is, you can increase the impact of your message through a well-run and functioning membership site that is delivering valuable solutions to its audience. You're also able to generate recurring revenue for your business. And of course, this is a big one. This is really why most businesses will take a serious look at adding a membership program to their business if they don't already have one. Recurring revenue gives you that ability to add that passive income, and then that you can build on, that once you, as long as it's moving and everything's running well and you keep that membership alive, then you've got that coming in as a recurring income. And there's no better example than that, in my opinion, than the Builderall membership. I know that I would gladly pay the membership fee just for the community alone, just for the community, let alone the education or the value in the tools and all the things that I can do with it. So these are, and once you have that recurring revenue built into your business, then you can really scale it. So that's the big one, I think. Of course, it also builds credibility. It builds a huge amount of expertise, brand visibility. The more people in your membership site that are finding solutions, receiving the value of the content that you're using in your membership site, only goes to boost your brand credibility. And that is at the heart and core of any type of digital marketing strategy. You have to have that like, know, and trust factor and begin to build upon it. So these are really some of the most important benefits that in the membership site. Now let's talk about some of the drawbacks, because of course there are drawbacks and you need to be aware of these before you start building. First of all, there's a heavy workload pre-launch. Building out a membership site takes time, and you really have to take the time to think it through clearly and know what you're building before you launch it. This isn't something that you just build in pieces. It has to flow from one end to the other. Now, there are ways you can stage building a membership site, but know ahead of time there's a heavy workload even before you launch. If you're willing to put in the work, it is really a great way to build at least a beginning membership site and then build it out over time. A great example of that is building your team membership sites for your affiliate marketing. You may be a brand new affiliate, whether it's an affiliate with Builderall or an affiliate with any other product. If you're an affiliate and you're building an affiliate network, you're going to want to share valuable information with your team. And if you're brand new, you have to start somewhere. So build what you need to get started ahead of time as best as you're able, and make sure you gauge and put in that time, you schedule in that time, and know up front there will be a lot of building before you launch. Another drawback is once you launch it, you can't turn it off. There's no off button in a membership site. Now that can really present some problems if you're not ready for it. We live in a global community, and that's one of the advantages of digital marketing. There's always somebody there, and you can make money while you sleep, but that means you also have to be serving while you sleep. So you're going to have to think about how you're going to manage delivering the content and the value in your membership site, and how you're going to handle being able to step away or keep that engine running while you step away. Because once you launch it, it's on. Now let's let's say, okay, I know that it's going to be a lot of work, Terry. And yes, I know that once I launch it, it's on and I'm going to have to be there. But I'm excited about this. I want to do it. I'm really excited. So let's do this. Now, let's talk about choosing the niche for your membership site. Is there an existing audience for your niche market? This is really important information to consider. Pardon me, I think I need a little bit of a sip of a tea here. You need to really think about if there is the niche that you're looking for. So as you're working through this strategy today, I'm assuming that you might have a little bit of an idea of what kind of a niche you might be looking for. If you're looking for a business niche or a health niche, health niche, or whatever it may be, just think about it. Is there already an existing niche for this market? Do I have, do I have the skills and knowledge to value to offer the target audience? Now, this is an important question, and I'm not going to say that it disqualifies you if you feel like you don't have the skills and knowledge to be of complete value to your target audience. Ask the questions and understand that if you need more skills and need more knowledge, you're going to want to have somebody on your team or within the membership site that can step up to that level and help you provide that value, or you're going to have to get them. These are really important things to consider when you're thinking about whatever niche you've chosen. I may decide, I'm a quilter, so I might decide, okay, I'm going to put out I'm going to have a quilting site, but I don't know anything about long arm quilting machines. I'm going to need to either learn about it, because that's a big topic in that niche, or I'm going to have to find somebody that already knows what I don't and incorporate them into the and use them as a resource for the value I need to supply to my target audience. So that's a really important question, but don't let it stop you from pursuing your passion. If it's your passion, that just gives you another reason to learn more and know where you need to learn more, and then find somebody to help you learn more. The next thing is, do you have the determination and dedication to build on the long term? If you're building a membership site around your brand, and you're wanting to build something that's going to last and continue to provide an income for you, or eventually sell the membership site, like Keck mentioned yesterday, down the road, you're going to really need to be determined and dedicated to building for the long term. It isn't something that you build it once, turn it on, and it's done. So these are very important questions to consider at this point. So before we move on to the next part of the presentation, I'd like you to recap this and realize here, when you're thinking about your niche, I want you to consider these 3 questions. First of all, you're going to list your ideas. I want you to look into that particular idea and see what's out there, what kind of offers are being made. You're going to look and see what's already being done, if you can find anything like that, and then rank them in and give them assign them a value. If you have a very, very small niche that you're interested in, that you might be passionate about, but it doesn't really look like there's much of a market, you might want to consider your second favorite niche, and that has much more of a target audience to launch with, and then target down and reach out some of those smaller subsets that you are perhaps more passionate about. The important thing is list all of your ideas and do your research. Don't think that you know, and then rank them and be very specific until you can, what we call, niche down to that very specific target market that you're going to be really effective in. Choose the niche that you're passionate and knowledgeable about, but make sure that this is a niche that has that's going to be willing to pay for it. It really isn't going to help you to offer a wonderful a membership site to somebody that perhaps really needs it if they are totally unwilling to pay for it and monetize it. So that's not, we have to keep that goal in mind. Focus on providing the solutions. That is the driving point, and the driving, that's what drives and brings people in to your membership site. They're getting value, they're getting solutions, and let that remain at the focus of all the content and what is being poured into your membership site as you develop it throughout the entire process. Now we're going to talk just a little bit about pricing. Boy, there's all kinds of pricing options that you can choose when it comes to your membership site. So here's just a few of the questions that you'll consider. What type of pricing option do you want to use for your membership site? Is there a target price range that you're looking for? Are you looking for a high ticket item for your membership site? Or instead, are you bringing people in to your membership site for free and then using the membership area as a way of monetizing by offering sales in the back end? These are the kinds of strategy questions that you'll want to get very, very clear before you start building. Otherwise, you're going to probably find, oh, I think it'd be better if I did it this way in the middle of building, and you have to rebuild. So this is a great way to try to get as clear as you can. It'll probably happen anyway, but get as clear as you can up front and figure out exactly what kind of strategy I'm using. Like I said, is it a free site that anybody can get into, but then you opt in to different levels? Or is it a free site with a lot of products available in the back end where you can retarget? These are the kinds of questions that you want to ask. Oops. How does your membership site deliver the value it's giving to its members? Here's where you really have to consider, okay, how are they going to get what I'm giving them? Are they going to come to a membership site and are they going to download a digital product? Are they going to be part of a membership site and come to a physical location like a gym or a meditation studio? Are they going to come to a membership site and opt in and have coaching calls scheduled at certain intervals? Or are they going to join your membership site and they'll get a free webinar every week and learn something specific? How you deliver your content is going to also be an important question before you begin to build your membership pages out, as well as in some cases actually build the product itself. How much do you want to make from your membership site? Now, here's where you really need to get realistic. And what's the goal? And I'm not telling you not to dream big, because I believe that membership sites are a perfect way to dream as big as you'd like to dream. Membership sites, as long as you are building value and delivering that value, once you have it working and you're in that delivery mode and building that credibility, you can scale it at that point. So don't be afraid to dream big, just be realistic. Let's take a look at a realistic revenue goal here. For example, if you want to do $40,000 per month, how am I going to do it? You could do it with one subscription for a $40,000 price tag. And we do know people and entrepreneurs that do that all the time. We could also choose to do 1,000 members paying $10 a week, or a 1,000 members paying $40 a month, or 1,100 new members committed to paying you $37 a year. So there are different pricing scenarios that can help you get to that goal of $40,000 per month. Another, go ahead.
Sorry, you muted for just a second, but you're back.
Okay, good. Oh my goodness. Okay, is it possible to grow a member base of this magnitude? Yes, it is. It is definitely possible to grow a member base of this magnitude. It's a trial and error process before you figure out the right price and the right strategy, but it is possible. And here at Builderall, we know it's possible because we've seen it happen. We have over 1 million, I think, subscribers, members worldwide, and that's a lot of people. So I think that you can see, if we had looked at that 10 years ago when Eric Salgado first started working on this, or longer, perhaps, we would have gone, he was told many times, oh, no, this can't be done. But hey, look at us now. Look at us now. And the best is yet to come. So don't be afraid to look at numbers like that and understand that, yes, that's why it's very, very valuable to spend the time, spend the care to provide those solutions and the value for your membership as you build it and keep it going, because you can reach those kinds of numbers. Now, what's the cost? Here's another great question. What's the cost of creating the content that you're offering in terms of effort and time? You know, we know one thing as entrepreneurs, it's usually either going to cost you time or it's going to cost you money. And when you're talking about generating content, you need to consider the time that it takes to generate good quality content of value, and either pay that time yourself or hire somebody else to do it. So these are great questions you're going to really need to evaluate as you begin, before you begin actually putting your pages in your site. What is the cost of the content that you're offering? What's already being done by our competitors? Pardon me. What are your competitors charging their members? And take a look when you're doing your research. You're going to want to look at what they're offering, what the members are getting, and what value, how it compares to the value that you're going to be offering. Now, here's a really big one, and I love this one. What's the financial or emotional value of the results that members are going to get by becoming a member in your membership site? And a lot of times, you know, we tend to forget about that. And it's easy sometimes to forget about it in Builderall, because we just stay in a perpetual state of excitement around here with all the value we get, I think. It's really hard to remember that, oh yeah, we get this every day. Not everybody does. What is the emotional value and the financial value and the results that you're going to get right away when somebody joins your site? These emotional values and financial values for the end user are the results. Those solutions are the things that you're going to want to be focused on. So clearly identify those before when you begin the process, and you'll be able to hone into that and build your brand and membership a lot more quickly. What target audience do you want to attract and serve on your membership site? This is an important question. It's one thing to think, well, I just want everybody, but unfortunately, we can't be everything to everybody right away. It's always wise to create that avatar and focus in on that avatar, that specific target audience that you're wanting to, first of all, attract, and then provide those solutions for. As you begin to provide those solutions for, develop that like, know, and trust factor, then you can begin to branch out and try to, pick up more of those niches, those other avatars that you know are out there. So it's always better to come and really get focused on being specific about who you are initially trying to attract. And the operative word in this question is serve. It's always a matter of service. When you are asking people to come into a membership site, even if they're paying, especially when they're paying for it, but anytime they come into a membership site, how much personal access are you going to offer your members? Now, this is something that I think a lot of people forget to ask until all of a sudden they find themselves bombarded from all different areas about people reaching out for personal favors, personal access for you directly. So ask the questions before you launch. How will somebody reach you as the entrepreneur, as the business owner, as the person that, yes, the buck does stop there. You are responsible, but are you going to give them personal access to you? Now, it may be part of it may be the prime spoke and the prime product in your membership site. Perhaps your membership site is personal access to you. So these areas all have to be clearly defined as you really think out how you're going to structure your membership site and how you're going to engage and serve. Remember, it's always back to service, how you're going to serve your community. Now, what is the profit margin you expect to make after deducting those costs? Keep in mind, if you're running some math and trying to think, okay, I need, like 1,000 subscribers or members to make that $40,000 a month, and then I can go to the beach and I'm just going to let it make money for me. Well, don't forget, you still have to pay whoever's answering the phone. You still have to pay whoever is creating your content, whoever is engaging and keeping that membership site going. There are costs involved in running the membership site, and that comes down to time or money. Don't forget, you have to take that out to just deduct your costs. Oops. Yeah. And then there's the churn rate. That's the rate at which you lose members. And a lot of times we don't like to talk about that. We don't like to think about that, but that is, it's a reality. And it doesn't matter how good and successful your membership site is. It's always in a state of flow. The longer a member stays, the more money you're going to make from them. That only makes sense, right? So you're going to want to become very familiar with the churn rate. You're going to, pardon me. Oh, well, I lost my mouse again. Want to target your least engaged members individually. This is one strategy. If you notice somebody's kind of like fading away into the background, or especially if you have a smaller membership area or a subset in your membership area, if you notice somebody's not engaging, that's a strategy. You might want to go in and touch base with them. Remember, people want that service. They want that like, know, and trust factor. So one way to reduce that churn rate, those dropping off, is to track and make sure you know if somebody's, really been inactive for, 3 months. Then you're going to want to come back in and speak with them and engage with them personally. Another way to reduce your churn rate is to target your most engaged members. And they're the ones that are going to be more likely to buy your upsells anyway. We're going to focus most of our attention. We talked about that in a meeting last week. 80% of our attention and focus needs to be on those that are engaged. But we don't want to forget, we do want to reach back and engage with those that are perhaps waning a little bit too. Another way to reduce that churn rate, somebody falling off and dropping out of your membership rate, is to offer a member a reason to stay by giving them just something special, a discount or a promo. Sometimes that's all you need to do. And, I spent, I think, 35, 40 years in the restaurant industry. Restaurants do it all the time. If you have a problem with your meal or anything, that's going to be the first thing they're going to do to try to make it up to you. They're going to offer you a discount or an entirely free meal to keep you in their membership club of coming back to their restaurant and dining with them. So don't be afraid to do that. And it's a great way to reduce your churn rate. You can also focus on customers' needs and offer them a solution. Just offer them a solution. Sometimes when somebody is not engaging or drops out of a membership, it may be something that you're just not aware of. And who knows, it may be an easy fix. It may be a solution that we can keep them engaged in the membership, but you don't know that until you ask. And so if you go reach back to that member who is now not engaged or has dropped out of your program, focus on what they need, and if possible, maybe offer them a solution that will help. Sometimes you're not going to be able to. Sometimes you just are not going to be able to. But as long as you are reaching back with a real service intention in your heart, really trying to find them those solutions that they need to continue, that can just really make all the difference in the world, even if they cannot at this time remain a member in your group. It's really going to build your like, know, and trust factor, and you're going to learn something too. Now we're going to talk about how to really get down to some nitty-gritty here and choose that niche for your membership site. Remember, your site is always going to revolve around one primary niche and solve the problems of those target audience members. So you need to have enough knowledge about what kind of challenges and problems that audience has, and then really offer them practical solutions. You're going to have to become very familiar with their pain points and create ways to solve those problems. So that is at the heart of choosing your niche, no matter what it is. Is there a strong demand and interest for information on this topic? You really want to make sure that the demand is there. What's the competition in this niche? Can I compete with the existing membership sites out there? Or if there are other sites out there just doing the same thing, where am I going to stand in that competition, and how can I set myself apart? Again, when you choose your niche, how much time am I ready to invest in researching and keeping up with the news and updates in this specific niche from here on out? Because things evolve, and these audiences, if you're going to, a membership site is a dynamic, living, breathing thing. And if you're, as the very niche itself evolves, you're going to need to stay tuned into the news, how it affects those members, and that's going to take time, or you're going to have to pay somebody to do that for you. Now, here's a big one. Can I create content in this niche consistently? Because at this point, consistency is the game plan. You need to keep delivering that value all the time, consistently, and build on it. Your members need to trust that you are their go-to person on this niche. So you're going to have to be able to spend the time, spend the focus, or pay somebody to do it, put it in your budget, make sure it's part of your success strategy, that it's going to take time to create the content in this niche. And ask yourself the question, am I going to do it, or is somebody else going to do it? And this last question here, is there already an audience willing to pay the membership fees? Now, this is really a great question to ask before you start laying those bricks with your virtual bricks and cement and mortar and building those walls. Is there an audience willing to pay the membership fees? And I would say yes, there is. The trick is finding them and then helping them solve their problems. So now let's talk about how we can create solution-based, in-demand products. Now, I really wanted to emphasize that. Remember, we're looking for solution-based, in-demand products that we're offering in a membership vehicle. And of course, at the top of the list, it always comes to mind online courses and education. And oh my goodness, what a niche that is. It has just exploded, especially the last year. So we do know that that is alive and well. We also have other really, just to give you a little bit, thinking outside the box. I don't want you to just get stuck on one type of idea that I have to put together a course, although that's probably my favorite, and have a membership site like that. No, there's plenty of other membership ideas, solution-based products out there. How about, this is really huge, and I'm totally out of my element in it, but I'm fascinated by it. How about just live broadcasting, webinars, and gaming? My goodness, I had no idea that it was as big a deal as it is until recently. And it just like, there are people making a lot of residual monthly income just by having a membership site playing games. Now they have some, and they have audience. I couldn't believe it. I really was fascinated that that's kind of the thing, I think, with kids. They just go in and hang out and watch their favorites play the game, and they join these membership sites to do that and get tips. So there's another in-demand, a solution-based in-demand product. They give all kinds of tips about how to crack the code and everything like that. So the live broadcasting and webinar aspect, as far as a solution-based in-demand product, I think is a really wowzer, especially with our webinar platform. You know, if you have a membership area and you're giving this value out constantly and broadcasting, you know, especially with Builderall, that is just something that I think a lot of businesses, maybe they wouldn't want to broadcast every day, but you know, create a broadcast just for a specific topic once a week. Whatever it is, this live broadcasting and webinar idea, I think, is a product, an in-demand, solution-based product whose time has really come, especially right now. There are a lot of people, for many different reasons, looking for ways to get their message out, and we've got that ability here with Builderall and the webinar. We also have, this is great, hiring and job listing boards. I talk to entrepreneurs all the time that are really having trouble finding the people that they need to fill positions in their jobs. And with our directory and all of the and our email marketing, you know, creating a membership site for employers to join, and then also have people looking for work join, and marrying them together is a great solution-based in-demand product. Quite doable with Builderall too. And of course, we always have the VIP club, or any kind of a club. I'm amazed that people love joining clubs, and that's because we are human beings that love community, and we thrive in community, and we like to gather. And we've had those challenges this past year, and our online clubs and memberships have really helped mitigate that natural tendency that we have as human beings to come together in community, celebrate, and also learn together, whatever it is. But clubs, any kind of a club, whether it's a poker club or a soccer club or a golf club, these are great solution-based in-demand ideas for your membership area. And then, of course, dating membership sites. It is a huge market. So don't discount things like that. And we can build those right here in Builderall with all of the amazing tools that we have. It's just amazing. Now, I'm saying that what I'm saying here, I want you to focus on, now that you know and have an idea about your niche, make sure that you create a solution-based product that's in demand. And these 5 are not the only in-demand product ideas out there. There are many more where that came from. So think outside the box and realize that there are many different ways of solving those problems that the customers or your members are really needing to solve, that are their pain points. Now let's talk about the strategy and goals creating that successful membership site around your passion, because that's important. You're going to want to conduct your market research. Is there a demand for what you want to offer? That's a big question. The next step, you're going to be your strategy from this point forward. It may not be all of this process, but once you've done your market research there and you know that there's a demand for it, the next step is to create your MVP, your minimum viable product. You may have a great idea for this amazing site that you want to deliver and build, but create the minimum viable product first. Create that smaller version of the membership site that you have in mind. And then build a landing page for that MVP. for that minimal viable product and promote that minimum viable product first. I'm not saying spend a huge amount of money on this at this stage advertising about your membership site. This is like a pre-launch test. Build your landing page, promote that landing page, and then study the analytics and see how this MVP is performing. It's always, you have to get that information first before you go into a full-blown launch. So don't be afraid to just build that first MVP landing page first, bring some people in and study what happens. Just don't forget to track it. And thankfully, we are so lucky we can track just about anything we want to track with Builderall, whether it's through a tag, whether it's through the CRM. There's so much ability to know what's going on. We can use the heat map and see where they're clicking. Pay attention to how your MVP is performing first. And then it's just a matter of rinse and repeat. If it doesn't work the first time, do not give up. Don't give up. Just tweak it. Keep experimenting with that minimal viable product and keep at it until it does. Because if you keep at it and you're paying attention and you're doing your research and you are passionate and you are committed, it will happen. You will have the information and you'll just keep getting better and better. And eventually you're going to have the right combination. Then it's all about building the value. Once you have the numbers and the funnels and everything working and you know what your product is right, then it's a matter of building the value and continuing to create that content and build the value and keep those members firmly entrenched and happy to be paying you that membership fee for the rest of the life of the program. Because don't forget, remember, Keck talked about it yesterday, membership sites are valuable assets. There's a lot of work that goes into a membership site, yes. And a well-run membership site is going to generate a lot of income. So they're a great asset. Take the time, build the value, and you can create a membership site around your passion and keep it as long as you like, pass it on to your family, or sell it at some point.
So today we're going to talk about just our membership site types. Now, with memberships, there's plenty of membership sites out there, but depending on what you are actually delivering to your audience, you know, that's the type that you need. So it's up to you. But I'm just going to show you guys some so that you can actually decide and, you know, make your choice of which one you think suits you best for your niche and your industry. So right here, right, with membership sites, with designs, and especially here with Builderall, you are able to make them pretty, really nice and good looking. You have 100% control of your design. So if your website needs to have multiple colors, you need to have the rainbow on it, you definitely can with membership sites within Builderall. Right? So your brand as well, since you have full control, you can make it unique to your brand. If your lettering needs to have, like I said, rainbow colors, you definitely can do that by having a membership site within Builderall. And the most important thing, which a lot of people actually stop themselves, is you need to have your website, your membership site, password protected, because people get scared that their content is going to be stolen. And I like to tell people that don't worry about that. Create your content. Worry about the stolen stuff later. And if it does get taken, hey, that's great. They're doing free advertising for you, because more people will see your stuff. They might have gotten it for free, but they now know that, hey, this guy, you know, Keck, this guy, Gene, they know what they're talking about. I got this free. Let me find out if they are worth it for me to pay for maybe one of their future membership sites. And of course, mobile. Mobile is really important, guys. Everybody has a phone here, right? Let me see in the comment section. I'm gonna look at it. Who has a phone here? This is the most simplest silly question. I should see this being flooded in the comments. Who has a phone? Let's see. Let's see. I see here me. Okay, awesome. Everybody should have a phone. You might be watching this on your phone. I mean, I recommend that you don't watch training like this on your phone because then you can't take notes. You might not see everything clearly. Of course, me, iPhone here, Android for me. So now let's get to the types. Now, like I said, this is going to be quick, short, and simple, guys, because there's no much to it. Everything is the same, just you name them differently. So I'm not going to keep you too long here because, like I said, I want to prep you guys for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be really important. So you guys can make sure you take your notes for tomorrow and be ready to build. So with your membership sites, there is an up-to-date membership site. Now, who's this for? This might be for some of you that might not have like actual content yet out there where you actually give them live content, meaning you plan as you go and you don't have to worry about building a membership site that has a whole bunch of different modules and I don't know, different levels within your membership site. So this is great for those of you that you're trying to grow your authority in your industry, in your niche. I know for myself, network marketing, that's definitely great because you're trying to become the leader in your business. You want to be known, you want to be seen. So if you're constantly putting live content in your membership site, you get to connect with your audience and your members within your site. And what's great about this also is that you get the chance to increase your sales because this is live. So you're posting inside this closed membership group, membership site. You might be telling your story, you might be pitching something, and it's live at the moment. So therefore, usually those are the best sales when you have live and at the right time sales happening for you. And I duplicate this one. All right, so like I said, you host your content live. That's one of the great things about having an up-to-date membership site. I call it up-to-date because it's literally up to the date. If I go on my membership site right now, it is today, it is up to date, and I can go members there, can see the content as it's happening in real time. And then you can charge a monthly membership for this, or you could do yearly. It's up to you, right? You can do $20, but I know I think it was that Quelle has said before, don't focus on the money because the whole point is you want to share your content. You want to be valuable to your members. So you can charge or start a certain membership at maybe $5 a month, maybe 10, knows. But that's all up to you and what you're offering. Now, Evergreen. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know this because it's the most commonly used membership sites out there, Evergreen. And the reason it being that your content is most of the time relevant in your niche. So depending on what niche you're in, you might talk about credit repair or something like that, or affiliates or a certain product, right? Since it's evergreen, the content that you're speaking about, it's relevant. It doesn't really change too much. It doesn't have a drastic change. So this content can constantly be played in your membership site and people can watch it and it doesn't change because it's evergreen. And then what's great about evergreen? What does it say there? It says it stands the test of time. So you don't have to worry about constant updating or going live every day if you don't like it, or you can't go live every day. Well, not every day, but maybe a certain amount of weeks or twice a month go live. But here, when you have your evergreen membership site, you can create your content today, and then 2 years, 3 years from now, that content is still relevant because depending on your niche, it's a topic that's broad and it doesn't really change. So you can create something and get paid over and over again for the work they did months, weeks, years ago. So that's one of the reasons that people usually love and go and start with an evergreen membership site. And you can also drip it. So you can have, like I said, a relevant content where you talk about, let's say, credit repair. You talk about how to fix your credit, and this content, you want people to see your content within a week, 7 days. So day one, they can only see the day one training. Then day two, they see day two, and so on. They can only go according to the drip that you're giving to them. Just like how we have here, where you guys are watching this, you guys are seeing day one, day two. Now you're seeing day three, which is now, but you can't see day four because it hasn't been dropped yet. And another way that evergreen membership sites are great is you can offer freebies. So you can get them in for free, right? You have a content that's, really relevant and it doesn't change too much. So you don't have to constantly update it. So you can get a whole bunch of people coming in for this freebie content that you're offering. And inside your membership site, you recommend products to them, which one of the best products that you guys should definitely recommend in your memberships is, let's see if you guys can comment. I want to see in the comments. And I'm giving you a hint. I don't know if you can see my mouse. What's one of the best products that you should definitely recommend to your members and your membership sites that this should get, that this should be a part of because it's so amazing. It does so many things. What would that be? Let's see if people are paying attention. Me? Oh, Builderall. Awesome. There we go. Yes, for sure. You definitely want to offer Builderall. It's a all-in-one platform. Right? It's the Home Depot of business. Now, your course membership sites. Now, like I said, they all sound the same because they kind of are, but they just do certain things. So depending on what you do on your niche, right, you might be a teacher or you might be a network marketer and you want to teach something. So a course membership site, you can literally teach whatever you want, okay? You have the choice. You can, let's say, offer a course on how to sew, on how to design and decorate your cups, right? Whatever it is, it's up to you. And on top of that, you can add a paywall, right? Just like you did with the other membership sites. And you get to add a paywall, either it be monthly or one-time payments. I know usually people like to start off with one-time payments where, I can get a course for $49.95 or $27 or $17, and I get this one-time course membership on how to do something from someone, right? So definitely, a course membership is a good one to start if you have a specific skill set that you want to share with others and you want to help them learn. And I repeated myself here. You can add for sure a paywall, which is monthly charge, yearly charge, or a one-time payment. And what's great about this, people can join anytime. Or you can actually, what's great about our membership sites within Builderall, you can have maybe a limited time offer. So you can have your membership sites that it will say, you can get this amazing course for $9.95 or $9.97, so $9 or $10 actually, but it's a limited time. So therefore, there's that FOMO, right? Fear of losing out or missing out. So think about that, right? What are you kind of falling into when it comes to your membership types? Is it going to be course? Is it going to be maybe an evergreen? Who knows? You got to stop and think about that. That's why we have the workbooks so you guys can read along, and also maybe there's sometimes certain things that you want to fill out there. Now, there's something also called PLR. So I call this just PLR membership. Now, as most of you know, PLR stands for private label rights. So this means that you can actually purchase something that somebody already created and claim it as your own. Now, of course, you want to change it and literally make it as your own, right? This is the template for whatever that PLR content you bought and downloaded. So you
Uh-oh, he pulled a Shelly and he froze.
I
I
thought
was
it was
wondering if it
just
was just me.
Yeah, me too. Come back to us, Gene. It was so good.
Come
come
back.
back, dudes. Come back.
I was learning so much.
Oh, there he is.
There he
Yeah.
is.
oh my God, I was like, what's going on?
Thought I was going to have to sing.
Yay, he's back.
Don't let it go. All right, let's go back. Sorry, guys. I had a Shelly moment. All right, let's see. Let's figure this out. Okay. So where were we? PLR content. Yes, so you can offer it as your own. It is your own content. And where's the one? There we go. So when you sell it to your own, you sell it to your own members as your own content. But you know, always recommend grab this content as a template or as a guide. So if it's telling you how to do, you know, a certain thing, you know, how to do a paper airplane, you don't want to copy it word for word, even though you could, because you purchased the private label rights for that content. So you can say, hey, you know, this is mine. You can put your name on it. But it's always great when you can just add your own personal touch, where people can feel that, hey, this is Gene talking, right? The words that I use, the slang or the flow on how I say something, they can see it on the writing, or if it's a video, right? You're not literally just copying a video and putting it inside your PLR membership site. You're actually, what I would do, I would actually watch the video. If there's things I can follow, then I would just recreate the same thing, but with my face, my voice, and my way of doing things. So keep that in mind. And what the heck repeats? One thing that I actually wanted to say, one last thing. Within the PLR membership sites, you can either go that route, the way that I was talking about, where you can offer content, or you can actually sell PLR content within this website, right? You can have a membership site where people will come in and they purchase your content as PLR. Right? You're giving them now the rights to use your content as their own. So that's another way you can have this type of membership site. All right, so now I'm just going to show you guys some quick examples of membership sites that I have done, and well, not that one couple of that I have done, and also some that are out there within Builderall. So you guys can see what's possible within the Builderall membership sites. So this is one right here. As you can see, we have the little menu right here. You can log out. There's the videos, and it's within a rotation banner. For those of you that don't know what's a rotation banner, it's like a carousel. So each button takes you to a separate video, or in this case, bonus of the training, depending on the product level that you purchase within the membership site. Then you guys should definitely know this one. This is the RPM, right? The Rapid Profit Machine. So this was done by the top affiliate in Builderall, which is James Neville Taylor. So here, as you can see, he has, this is also a membership site that he created in Cheetah. He has his welcome. He has the updates calendar, then the video and instructions here for his members. And then this is one as well, this one that I did. This is just like that. We have buttons right here, and each button takes you to a different place in the training and membership site. So now let me get out of here, and I'm going to show you guys just real quick. If you're like, Gene, but I'm not a great designer, how do I design a website? Or not a website, a membership site? Well, remember here, Builderall, we do our best to help everybody in any way possible, because we want an entrepreneur in every home. So with that being said, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm just going to show you guys real quick where you can actually go within Cheetah or within Builderall to get a simple template of a membership site. So let me share my screen. Make sure I'm sharing the right one. Desktop one. All right, here we go. So I'm just going to show you guys where you can go once you have your Builderall account, which most of you should definitely have a Builderall account if you're watching this. And if you're not, make sure you look for a button somewhere and join Get Builderall. So right here, I'm going to click on Create Website, choose a professional template. And since my internet is a little bit slow, it's having issues today, it's taking forever, but it's all right. And these are all the templates that we have within Builderall. But what I want to show you guys is the course pages. And these are templates right here. Let me open up these two. They're very similar, just different colors. So you can see I have the modules here, buttons, videos, more buttons, content. So if you don't know where to start and what type of membership design and look you wanna get, you can start here, right? You want to start somewhere. Don't be stuck on, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how it works. And if you are stuck on the, I don't know how to do it, I don't know how it works. That's why I said today, I want you guys to pay attention. And that's why I'm asking you questions, because tomorrow you really need to pay attention. Tomorrow, all the, the hypotheticals and all the what ifs, everything that's actually going to be done and created step by step on how you can actually create a membership site. And the awesome person that's going to have the privilege of doing that is Bridget, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, we'll have Jackie. And everything within the membership site is drag and drop. You guys know Cheetah is drag and drop, simple and easy. If I select this, I'm just going to do this quick. I wasn't planning on doing this, but let's just do it so you guys can see. I want to make sure you guys feel comfortable when it comes to creating your first membership site, because tomorrow I want you guys to really pay attention and see just the power that you guys have in control of your membership sites. All right, let's go in here real quick. I clicked on edit. If I went a little bit too fast for you, it's just since I'm on here every day, sometimes I forget, hey, I'm doing a video, Eugene, slow down. So I clicked on edit, and here, once the internet works with me, it should load up. And there you go. This is your membership site that you have, and you have 100% control of the design, right? That's why I said that with membership sites, not e-learning, membership sites, you have control to make it pretty, make it colorful, make it according to your brand, because you have full control of everything, where everything goes, how it goes. You are the grand master in this when it comes to your membership site design and look. All right, logo, whatever it is. As you can see, everything is drag and drop. Same thing as here. All the lessons 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. But yeah, let me stop sharing. But yeah, guys, like I said, this was going to be quick, simple, and easy. I just wanted to let you guys know the couple of different membership sites that you can actually create out there. Have it in mind and take all this time to think, what is your membership type? Because tomorrow we're actually going to create that. And am I right or am I wrong, Bridget?
Okay. So this is actually our e-learning that you're in right now. If you look underneath this training video, you'll see the course workbook. If you click this button, you will open up the workbook here. Okay, so this is for this entire challenge. So we are on day 4. So if you scroll down to day 4, oh, let me find day 4. Lots of pages, so much awesome info. You will get to day 4 and you will see that I literally walk you through step by step and tell you what each page is for and all of that, so you can follow along. If you want to print it out, all you have to do is just click here. Let's see, you can download doing that, or you can click here to print it out. And if you don't want the colored pages to use up all your ink, you can actually just choose at that point to print black and white. Okay, so I just wanted to let everybody know, because sometimes, people go to the groups and they're kind of confused about how to do that. Okay, so what we're going to talk about right now is the one membership area. This is the simplest membership website to create, because there's only one page that we're locking down. Okay, so what I want to show you is all of the pages inside the one membership area. So I'm actually building this in the funnel builder that we have in Builderall, okay? So the very first page inside your membership area is going to be your lead magnet, okay? So we want to give them something free to get them to opt in so that we can offer them whatever it is we want to offer here, okay? And then we're going to deliver it in the membership area. So what you need to have, and if you're following along in the workbook, what you need to have is a lead magnet with an email form on the lead magnet, okay? It's really important because you need them to log in to your membership area. And I'm going to walk you through this funnel and everything. So if you're already feeling overwhelmed, don't feel overwhelmed. I'm going to walk you through the whole thing. So we need to have a form there, and you can easily, inside the funnel builder, you can create your list, or you can choose one of the lists you already have created. So super simple. We also need to have an email confirmation page because we want a double opt-in to make sure that we have a very secure list, okay? It's better to have 100 confirmed emails than 10,000 unconfirmed emails, okay? Because these people who confirm and take the extra step to confirm, they are a good list, okay? They're a good lead. They really are interested in what you have to offer. So after they've confirmed their email, we're going to go to the offer page where we are going to deliver our lead magnet, but we're also going to offer them something relevant to so for example, let's say that I wanted to sell a kitchen mixer or something like that. Maybe my lead magnet is 500 recipes that you can, cook using just a mixer or whatever. So you get the point. That was a really crazy example, but you get the point. So on this page, we need to have a checkout system, okay? They need to have a way of actually purchasing the item. So again, super cool. Inside the funnel builder, you can actually create your product here, okay? So I've already created it. And again, I show you what it looks like in the workbook. So if you're following along, you'll see. And then, of course, we have the membership area. So why do you need to have this membership page? Because once they purchase this and they go to this membership area, we only want the people who actually purchased it to get access, okay? Using a kitchen mixer to deliver in a membership area was a really silly example because you can't deliver that. But maybe it was a coupon or something, whatever. You get the point, okay? So, so we want to lock down this page. We only want the people who purchase to be able to retrieve that, okay? So they're actually creating their membership here on the lead magnet page. All right, so once you have this set up, you're just going to click Generate Site. Okay, now I've already done this. So once you click Generate Site, you'll go to something that looks like this. All right, so we talked about the pages already. Now that we're inside the membership area website that we created, we actually need to create and configure the membership area. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is click Create Membership Area. When you do that, you'll come to this form right here. Since I've already created it, we'll just go down here and I'll show you. When I'm creating a membership area or any sales funnel that has a lot of moving pieces, I love when I'm first building to label it what it is. Okay, now I could say, the membership area for, if I'm delivering a course or whatever product it is, but in this initial phase, I like to know that this is membership area 1. And what do I want membership area 1 to do? I want it to release upon payment. Okay, so the only people that would get access to this membership page are the ones who have paid. Okay, so I'm telling the membership area who gets access. Here I'm choosing, do I want them to authenticate their membership via token, logging in, or both? I typically choose login, it's the easiest. And then here you want to choose which pages do you want this membership area to lock down. You can choose several pages or you can choose just one page. And since we only have one membership area in this funnel, we're only going to choose this page here, okay? So when you get to this area here to choose the main page, now since we only have one membership area, we're going to choose actually the membership page. That's the only page that we have that we're locking down. Okay, that's the only page that we have in our membership areas. So here you can choose if you want to release an e-learning, and if you want to add them to a different mailing boss list, you could choose that here. But this is a very, very simple membership area. They're just going to one page, one account creation, but we do need to create the product. Okay, so we're going to click in Super Checkout now because we need to make sure that our product's configured. If this is the first time you've ever been in Super Checkout, you'll have to enter your business details before you get access to your product. bucks. But you will go here and it will actually pull in the product that we created inside the funnel builder, okay, after you have entered your business details. So again, when I create the product, just to keep it simple in my mind while I'm building, I want to call it Membership Area 1 product, because that just makes it really simple. And again, you'll understand why I label it this way when we talk about the little bit, I don't want to say difficult, but a little bit more advanced funnel that we're going to show in just a second. So let's go ahead and click here to edit. So when you do, you know, we have so much training on the super checkout. I don't want to spend a lot of time in here, but just to give you a brief overview, you're going to put your, you know, the image of your product. You're going to put the name of your product, choose your language. You want to add some details here about your product. You can choose the type and then the category. We're going to click next. You want to choose your payment gateway here. If you don't have one selected already, you can just click here and choose any of these that we have available and get those set up. The directions are super simple. You want to choose your currency. You want to choose whether you want refunds, whether you want to choose a single payment or subscription or auction. You can add additional taxes. If you want any coupons here, you can choose that. I like to create a coupon called test so that I can just go through and just add the promo code and it makes it, you know, free. But you could create a test Stripe account or PayPal and test that way as well. If you live in the European nations, you want to enable these if you have to. I'm in the United States, so I really don't ever use those. You want to click next. And you can create an affiliate program for this product if you want to, but we're going to click next for this example. And then you want to choose the checkout and the design that you want for your product. Okay, I'm just going to keep it the 3-step checkout here. And then you can enable a custom footer or use a custom thank you URL. But the important part is you want your thank you page to be the page that they're going to go to get their free product, okay? And then the page that you're selling this on is going to be the offer page plus the delivery of the lead magnet, okay? And I'm actually going to show you these pages in just a second. So once you have these set up, you're going to click next. And then you can configure your mailing boss here, your thank you email settings, and if you want to use an abandoned cart message, you can click there. We're going to click next. And we actually, now you see, this is the important part, okay? All of the product creation, no matter what you're doing, is relatively the same up to this point. But when you're working with a membership area that you want to release upon payment, this is the important part, okay? So we need to tell Super Checkout what we want it to do with that membership area when someone has made a purchase. So we want it to release the membership area here, okay? Now we only have one, but when I show you the multiple, you'll understand why it's really important to set a membership area to release with a specific product in the checkout, okay? You can also select this option here if you want to give unlimited access with no expiration. I do, so I'm going to click next. And then you can also use external scripts. You can enable the social proof or webhooks, or here's where you can release any of the e-learnings. We'll go ahead and click next, or not release, where you can actually have it create a registration. So once you get all of this created, you can just accept the terms. Of course, after you've read them and agreed to all the terms, you can accept the terms. Okay, so now we've configured our product to release upon payment. Now let's actually, once you do any kind of edits on this site here, you always want to republish, so don't forget that. And as we walk through these pages, so here's the opt-in page. There is something important you need to know when you're creating a membership area. You always want to give them access to the thank you page or to the membership area so they can log in and get their free thing, okay? So this is just a typical opt-in page. Once they opt in, they're going to go to this page here where it will say, you know, go to confirm your email because we want to double opt-in. Then you're going to go to the first offer, and you'll see here they can make this purchase here, or they can just download the lead magnet. Okay, so that's the only choice that they have there. Here, they either purchase or they just get their lead magnet. I personally like to choose the buttons, but if you like the embed, you can have these two options as well. Okay, so that's basically the gist of a one membership area funnel. All right, so let's talk about now a more advanced funnel. So let's go back to the funnel builder. I'm going to get a drink of water. And we will look at the blueprint as soon as it comes up here. We will look at the blueprint of the 4 membership area funnel. Okay, now you'll see why organization is so important. All right, so let me minimize this. A lot more pages, a lot of steps. Okay, so on the this one has 4 membership areas, but anytime you have multiple, you know, you really need to build it out. A lot of moving parts. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're getting all of the pieces put together and having the ability to create the blueprint first and then create the funnel is what makes Builderall absolutely stand out. And I don't want to say stand out among the competition. It literally creates no competition for us because Builderall is the only company in the whole world that has the ability to map out the blueprint and then actually click a button to create the website. So to get started with the 4 membership area, okay, we're going to have a lead magnet. The lead magnet's going to be just the same. I mean, you know, it could be different or whatever, but same process. So we need a lead magnet. We need a form to send to the email list, okay, or to create their membership because they're actually creating a membership on this first page. And what happens here, we're going to determine through the process what they get access to here, okay? So they're actually creating a membership, one membership account, and then we will determine upon their actions what they will get access to, okay? So we have a lead magnet, we have an email form, they're going to confirm their email. They're going to go to the one-time offer page, okay? So that would be like the same as the sales page where in the last funnel we delivered the lead magnet. But with this, we are actually going to give them a no thank you button. So we're offering them something, they can click here to purchase. If they decide to purchase, we're going to send them to the upsell. If they decide to not purchase, they're going to go directly to the thank you page, okay? So the reason that we need membership areas or restricted areas, because they're the same thing, is because we're actually going to put buttons on the thank you page for all the products. But we need to make sure that only the people who purchase those specific products are going to get access on this page. So that's why we have to lock them down, okay? So they're going to purchase this front end offer, and then they're going to go through the checkout. When they go through the checkout, they're going to go to the upsell page, okay? So we're going to upsell them something if they've already made a purchase. If they decide to purchase the upsell item, they're going to go to the thank you page. If they say no thank you to the upsell page or the upsell item, we're going to send them to a downsell page. So it would basically be like, maybe this is an item that is $7. Maybe this one is, you know, $97, and maybe this one is $47. Okay, so you obviously want the downsell to be less expensive than the upsell to hopefully convert them. So if they decide to purchase the downsell, we're going to send them to the thank you page. If they decide to not purchase the downsell, we're going to send them to the thank you page. So everyone's going to the thank you page, and this is actually going to be the home of our membership area. Okay, so everyone's going to this page, and only the people who purchase each individual item will get access. Okay, so the lead magnet page we're going to release automatically because everyone who opts in gets the free lead magnet that we promised them. So on this first page, we're not going to send them to these other offers if they don't make a purchase. They're just going to click a button, go directly to the thank you page, and then they're going to get their free lead magnet. But they will not be able to click the button for these options unless they've purchased. Okay, so that is basically the gist or the overview of the 4 membership area funnel. Okay, so this is actually the typical process. This is a really standard funnel that people use, where you have a lead magnet, you get a free thing, they confirm, you offer them a front end offer, an upsell, a downsell. So this is actually the standard. Okay, so lots of moving parts here, but highly converting. All right, so once you get all of this created, you get all your products created and all of that, you can click generate site. Now, of course, I've already done that for you, because if you notice here too, you actually have the 1 area funnel that I just showed you, and you also have the 4 area funnel templates that you can use. Okay, so you don't actually have to start from scratch. So let's go into Cheetah and let's check out the 4 membership area funnel. If it loads kind of slow while I'm on Zoom, lots of windows open. Actually, I contacted the developers and I said, can you slow this down a little bit? Because I need a pause to get a drink of water. Okay, so let's go ahead and click here. This is the 4 membership area funnel. As soon as it loads. And for this funnel, you know, we talked about the pages. So here's our lead magnet page. Here's our email confirmation page. Here's our one-time page. Now, just a little, I guess if you want to call it pro tip, I love and absolutely need to have these pages in order. So if this page ends up over here for some reason, you can always click sort and then move them and then save sort. Okay, so if you're OCD like me and you just need them to all be in order, that's a good way that you can do that. So we actually have, here's the lead magnet page. So let's go through each of these pages. On the lead magnet page, what I actually did for this template is I just chose a blank template because I know when I'm creating websites, you know, when I first started, I used the templates that were already available, but then it actually kind of made it harder for me because you then have to change out all the colors. And sometimes there's a background image and you don't even know where to find it to change it. So I want to make this as simple as possible for you guys and just make sure all the parts are here. But I did use the blank option, okay, when I created the template so that you know where you need to add your own images, okay? So we actually have the register now button. So here is where they're going to register inside the funnel, okay? And then, of course, we want to give them a way to, like, maybe they've purchased some things and then they, you know, went shopping or whatever, and they didn't have time to look at it and they wanted to come back. They're going to come back to this website because that's what they first clicked on, or maybe that's what's in the email or whatever. So you always want to give them a way to access the thank you page or the home page of your membership site so that they can get back in, okay? So once they've done that, they'll go to the email confirmation page where it will tell them, hey, one more step, go check your email, click the link to confirm. When they do that, they're going to go to the one-time offer page. So on this page, we're going to offer them the first product that we have available. They can say no, thank you, and they'll go to the thank you page, or they can say, yes, I want it, and make a purchase. Okay, so we'll go to the upsell page then. And then here, we're going to upsell them on something because they've already purchased the one item. And if they do not want it, they'll click no thank you and go to the thank you page. We're actually going to test all of this out. So you'll see a live demonstration here in just a second. I just wanted to make sure that you'll understand the flow. Okay, so here's our downsell page. So here, we're going to offer them a little bit cheaper offer if they declined the upsell. But here they can purchase or they can say no thank you, and then they'll go to the thank you page. So you guys put in the chat right now, the ones who know what page of this funnel is going to be the home page of your membership areas. That is the most confusing thing that people, they struggle with. You know, when you're configuring all these membership areas, what is the home page? It's always going to be the page that you house all of the access to the other areas, okay, the areas that are locked down. So I will definitely check that out. I just want to know, and I wanted to know where you guys are at. Just let me know. So here we go. Downsell page, we go to the thank you page. Now, if you look at the thank you page, this is why this is the home page, okay? They get access to all the products. So of course, we want to deliver our free lead magnet that we promised them. And we want to give them access to the upsell or the one-time offer, the upsell product, and the downsell product. You'll see here that sometimes maybe they purchased the one time, but they declined the other offers and they went to the downsell or they went to the thank you page. You always want to give them a second opportunity to purchase those items if they change their mind, okay? Because sometimes people are like, no, I just want the free thing. Then they go to the free thing and then they check it out and they're like, oh, wow, this is actually really good. Now I want the video version, or I want the ebook version of this lead magnet. And I want maybe the video course, or maybe I want, you know, the mind map and checklist if we're using PLR products, you know. So you always want to give them the opportunity to access all of that, okay? So that's going to be the thank you page is the home page of our membership websites. So let's go ahead and actually start talking about how to configure all these, okay? Same process. You want to create the membership area, and you'll see this form shows up here, but I've already created them. So let's actually cancel out of this. And let's start with the lead magnet, okay? So if you're looking in your workbook, I actually have images so you can see how this is configured. So what I'm showing you here is in the workbook. So the lead magnet membership area is a free thing. They do not have to purchase that free thing. So we're going to automatically grant access to everyone who opts in on that first page or registers inside of our funnel, okay? Everyone's going to get this free thing. So all they have to do is opt in. So we want to give them access to the lead magnet membership area. So you can see now we have all of these pages. You can see my thought process and why you need to really make sure that you're organizing all these. You can always go back and update the page names to whatever you want it to be. But when you're setting it all up, for me personally, it's better for me to know this is the lead magnet membership area page. And so this is the page I need to lock down. If I had just put lead magnet, I would have 2 lead magnet pages. So how would I know which membership area, which was the lead magnet membership area page? Okay, so that's my speech on all of that. So again, the home page of our members area is going to be the thank you page. We don't have any e-learnings and we don't want to put them in a different list. So we're just going to click save or cancel. The next membership area that we're going to talk about is the front end offer. So let's go ahead and click here. So you see, I named it front end offer membership area. This one though, we want them to have to purchase to get access, okay? So we're gonna choose manual payment and I'm gonna choose to have them log in. And now we need to say which pages are gonna be locked down inside this specific membership area, okay? So we are going to lock down the one-time offer membership area page. Now, which is the home page? It's the thank you page, right? So we're going to choose thank you page and we're going to click save. So whenever it decides to save, okay, there we go. So now the next product is the upsell. So now we have the upsell offer membership page. Also, side note, you can color coordinate these. You'll choose a different color. That is helpful as well. And then, of course, we want this to be released upon payment. Okay, so they will not get access unless they have paid. We're going to have them log in. And for the pages, we want them to only get access to the upsell membership area page. All right, so we want to create the home page. What's the home page? It's the thank you page. That is the home page of all of our membership areas, okay? So no e-learnings. We're not going to worry about the list. We're going to save. Okay. We have one more membership area, the downsell offer. So we're going to click here. So this is the downsell offer membership page or area. We want to release upon payment. We're going to have them log in and then we're going to give them access to the downsell membership area page. And guess what? Guess what page this is? This is going to be the thank you page. That is the home page of all of our membership areas. You guys are going to get so tired of me saying this that you'll be hearing it in your sleep. And every time I'm doing like a Marshall Silver thing, I'm trying to hypnotize you to know that every time you get to this area, you'll no longer have this question because you will hear my voice in your head saying, it goes to the thank you page. That's what Bridget said. So
Thank you page. Thank you page.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Okay, so now we're going to click save. Keck will be hearing my voice in his sleep saying the home page of the membership area is the thank you page.
Thank you page.
That's exactly right. Okay, so now that we've configured all that, we need to enter the super checkout because inside here, we're going to go to my products. And now you see, unlike the last one, we actually have 3 products in here. But I also told you, let's actually go and order here. Actually, let me go back and go in order that they appear, because as soon as I edit that, it will change the order and I don't want to get confused. Okay, so we'll start with the first product that they come to, and this is all going to be the same. Okay, so we're just going to go directly to into restricted areas. Okay, so this is the important part. That whole process is exactly the same for all the products, except when you get to this area. You need to tell Super Checkout what area you want it to release upon purchase. Okay, so since this is the front end offer membership area, we want that to be released there. Okay, so I'm going to actually just click save here and let's go. And we're going to fill out all the details. And then once we get to the restricted areas here, we want to make sure that it releases the upsell offer membership page. So many moving parts here, you guys. Again, I just want to stress this is why organization is so important. You can always change the names, but save yourself the headache and frustration and just call them what they are and make your life so much easier. Okay, so I'm going to click save here. Now we just have the downsell offer. So we're going to go to edit. We'll go to the integrations here. or the restricted areas. And as soon as it loads, it'll say downsell offer membership page. Okay, so once you have all of those configured, I actually, and just to show you, I created a coupon here. So, and it's called test. And so this is what I was saying. I love to use coupons to test. I think it's more beginner friendly, but if you are familiar with creating test accounts in Stripe and PayPal, that is definitely the best way. But if you are overwhelmed by that and you just want to test this out, you can always create a coupon here, and then you'll just tell it, you know, whatever you want. Let's see, if we add coupon, you give it a name and you tell it fixed cost or the percentage, and or you could choose, you know, 100% off or whatever, and then you give the dates it's going to be valid, and that's how you create a coupon. Always remember to update the list though, and then you do have to go to each product, go to edit, and then you'll see on the pricing page here, this is where you select that coupon. Okay, I just wanted to let you guys know I get that question a lot too. So let's get out of here. What I'm going to do is actually I'm going to pull up this page here, and since I am testing, you always want to test in an incognito window. I'm already in incognito, but I want to open up a brand new one, and I'm going to click Control V, and we want to register. Okay, so this is what our lead or our client is going to see. We're going to go ahead and enter an email, or actually, let's just say BA Gmail at BA, or we'll say at, I can't type, BA Gmail at gmail.com. I just need to remember that email, so I'm going to copy. And then we want to create a password. So let's see, I'm just going to say team123 and team123. Okay. So you guys help me remember which email. So my email is bagmail at gmail.com and team123. Okay, so we're logging in. Here's where the magic happens. If we did everything correctly, this always makes me nervous, especially when I do it live, because even though I test, you just never know what kind of little hiccups come in there. That's also why I created the workbook for you, so that you, if something doesn't work right, you can always go back and follow the workbook and then go through each step, okay? So I am the lead right now, and I get to this page here, and I am blown away by this video, and I think, oh my goodness, I have to purchase this item. I cannot live without it, okay? So I'm gonna go, yes, I want it. So we're gonna go through the checkout. Let me go ahead and add my coupon here. I'm gonna apply, and now it's free. I'm gonna go to the checkout, and let me go ahead and enter my name here. And I'm going to put my same email, gmail@gmail.com. And let's see if you guys can remember my password. If you put it in the chat, all of the rock stars are going to remember. I just already know. All of our regulars are going to be like, I already know what her password was. Okay, so now it's free. We've created our account in Super Checkout. Let's go buy now. Oops, even I didn't remember. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Why didn't I do that? All right, so let's see. Team 1, 2, 3, and team 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. So we've purchased our front end offer, or our one-time offer, whatever you prefer to call it. And yay, thank you. So I'm going to click continue. And now here we go to, it's redirecting. Sorry, this is running slow, guys. It's one of those days. And now we come to the upsell offer. Okay, so I'm looking at this upsell offer and I'm like, oh, you know, it sounds amazing, but $4 is just way too much for my budget. So I'm going to say no, thank you. So now, since I said no, thank you, I'm going to go to the downsell page. So I'm like, oh, wow, that's really great. I love this. I'm actually going to purchase this downsell offer. So now I'm going to go to the downsell checkout. I'm going to add my coupon code here, and I'm going to go to checkout again. And I'm going to purchase this downsell. Let me go ahead and add my name here. And we'll put my email address and my password. And just by the way, as soon as they create an account, as soon as they register in the front end, they will receive an email with their login credentials in case they just completely forget. Okay, so that is a good thing to know. So I've entered all of that. Let me go ahead and click here to buy now because I'm really excited about this downsell product. I am just so excited. I can't wait to get it. I'm purchasing now, and I'm going to this page here, and now I'm going to be redirected to, guess what? The thank you page. The thank you page that houses all of our amazing products that we just bought and even the ones that we didn't. So if we click here, we're going to get access to the lead magnet because we have already registered. We've already opted in, right? So here's our lead magnet that we got for free, that everyone who registers gets for free. And here is the one-time offer that we did purchase. So you'll see here that it will show up, and there's how we access that. And the upsell product, though, we did not purchase. So it says you do not have access to this members area. This right here is the whole reason that we create membership area websites inside of a sales funnel. When you have the lead magnet, you have the one-time offer, the upsell, the downsell, okay? Because we need to make sure they do not get access to this. But what if they get to this and they're like, you know, I really should have purchased that upsell product? They can click here. We always want to give them the opportunity to change their mind and purchase the product. So all you have to do is click here and then just send them right to the upsell page. Okay, so once they purchase that, Super Checkout will release their information, so they will be able to log in here. So we did purchase the downsell product, if you remember. So when we click here, it will send us right to the downsell product. Now, there are some navigation issues and things that you really need to know when you're building all of these things out. And I told you about one of them in the beginning for the, let me go back. I don't think I have it here, where you originally register. When you on the opt-in page of the funnel, let me move this out of the way and I'll show you. I love to tell you then, or show you then tell you. So you need to always make sure that you have a place for them to log in here, okay? And then send them to the thank you page. They've already registered, they've created their account. So whatever account credentials that they registered, they should be able to log in here and go to the thank you page, okay? And they're only going to get access because inside their account, we know in Super Checkout in the membership areas, we know what they should get access to. Okay, so that's really important to make sure that you have that there. Also, something else that you can do, I like to have these buttons. When they click the button, it opens a new window, okay? Because then all they have to do is close that window and it goes back to the home page. But let's say that they click this button and it opens up and now they're on their one-time product, but maybe they don't know that if they close out of the window, maybe they're like, oh, I'm afraid to close out of that because I don't know how I'm going to get back and get the other products that I purchased. So you can actually create a membership header. Okay, and you'll be able to give them access to the pages, all of the pages. So remember, this is the home page, which is the thank you page that we created. So they can just click there. And I like to have that instead of opening up in a new tab, I like to have it open in the same tab so that they know at that point, even if they clicked and it opened up a window, they know that no matter what they do inside of this page, they're going to be able to get back there. Okay, but just like these buttons down here, we didn't purchase the upsell offer. So if we click here in the menu, since that page is locked down, they're only going to get access to the pages they've purchased even there, okay? Because they do not have access to that product, all right? So let me show you actually, let's close out of here because all of it worked and it was beautiful and awesome, but I want to show you the headers, okay? There are two different headers that you need to have. So if what I like to do is use the global headers. Of course, you could create an individual header for each one, but using the global headers allows you to only update one time, okay? And then all of them are updated. So if I wanted to say I have this private header here and I wanted to update, and maybe I added a page, maybe a bonus or something like that, I would come here to update the header, and then it will update on every page that has this. Now, I don't want I don't want the people in the non-membership areas to be able to get access to this, okay? Because that's irrelevant to them, all right? I want them to use this header. So when you create, or I want them to see this header, I don't want them to see the other options or even have the ability to log in, right? They haven't gotten to that point. They have not seen all of the sales copy that makes them motivated to get all that, okay? I just want them to have this blank header here that has my logo, okay? So best practice, create a private header that you're gonna lock down in your membership areas, and then create a public header that you're going to use on all of the sales pages of your funnel. So you see here, if I leave out of here, let me go back to the headers actually. You'll see here, as soon as it pops up, that I have created the public header, which I just showed you here. And then I also have the membership area. Let me find it. I don't think I have it open actually. I also have the membership area, okay? So 2 different headers, one membership, one is public. And then when you go to your pages, you'll see we have the membership areas color coordinated here. So we can actually go to each page. For example, the thank you page, we'll click here. On the thank you page, what do you want to have? Since that's your home page of all of your membership areas, you want to make sure that you have that set as the what. You guys let me know in the chat, what do you think, which header does the thank you page need to have, private or public? It already loaded and it told you the answer, okay? So it actually needs to have the private header because you want them to get to that page and have access to all the membership areas. So you need to have that private header, okay? But if you had on the lead magnet or the email confirmation, none of these pages are locked down, okay? So real simple tip to let you know which header needs to be on each page. If it's a membership area with this little dot, put the private header. If it is any of the other pages, with the exception of the thank you page, then you can give them the public header, okay?
So let's pretend you are a time traveler. You've spent time and you've taken efforts in creating the brand new membership site and you're super proud of it. Now, all you have to do is start filling it with members. So it is easy, right? Because we have given you all the training necessary to set up in the right way. But I don't think it's that easy. Your membership site will not sell itself. Even if it's the best content that you have in the world, people need to know about it. And when they found it, stay a member. And that is what my training is about today. So before I start, I want you guys to drop the comments for me in the comment box in the webinar on the following things. I need you to tell me, what ideas do you have to get members to your site? So I'm going to give you a few moments just to think about that. Let those creative juices flow a little bit and drop those scared comments for me inside of, it's not a group. I keep saying group because we're so used to talking about our groups, but drop the comments down. And I want my team members to please, if the comments come in, read it aloud, because there might be people that are not in the comments, they can't see it. I want you to give us some ideas of what you think you can do to get members to your membership page. So
All right, we got
while
a
you're
couple,
doing that, I'll give you a moment.
Yeah, we've got some already. We've got YouTube videos. Here's an idea. Next idea is organic and paid traffic.
Cool. It sounds good. It sounds good.
Yep.
I'm trying to look for something that is more unique. No more comments. Nobody saying anything.
Blog plus Pinterest. A blog plus Pinterest.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Interesting content.
Oh, I read it. Good, Gek.
Interesting content every week or so. I have an astrology site with texts.
That sounds interesting.
Oh, here's one. This is a good one. Walking the streets with a sandwich board.
I'm sure that guy that said that is Alex.
That's right.
Oh, you see, I know him very, very well. I knew that can only come from
She's got
Alex.
your number, Alex.
Oh, we all know Alex.
Awesome. All right, let me continue. So thanks for those ideas, guys. Let's get a bit more serious now. You will need to create a solid plan for finding and growing your subscriptions. And you are going to do that in 3 phases. The first one, or the first phase, is the prep work. That includes the content, the graphics, the website, the email sequence, and the launch flow. Now, in the preparation process, you need to make sure that your idea can survive in a real world environment. So it is worth revisiting before you even begin to look at driving real traffic to your site. Now, the way to do that, for example, is to send some organic traffic to your pages through existing groups that you might have. So it is important to create a group as soon as that idea has formulated in your mind for a membership site, because you need to get your audience engaged from the start and offer value to them. You cannot just force your membership site down their throats. So make it account by having a social media strategy ready in getting them engaged. So it's also, remember, it is all about giving value, letting them experience who you are, and eventually they will like, know, and trust you. I mean, we say that all the time. Now, this is a very good strategy to follow, to find those loopholes and to test it all out. So if the foundation isn't solid, you will quickly find that none of those organic traffic converts, but you will also know you hit on the right messaging for your membership site when you've made a few sales. Even if you have a lot of well-meaning friends, because we all do, who's going to tell you, oh, it is brilliant, until you get someone that's going to actually whip out that credit card, it is actually still unproven. You don't need to have huge sales to confirm you're on the right track. If you get enough interest and subscriptions from your immediate community, you'll know your idea is solid and you are positioning yourself for success. Now, I'm not going to go into depth with regards to phase 1, as my teammates already covered all of that. I just want to cover phase 2. So let me drop to the next slide. That is phase 2, is the pre-launch and promotion, where you will be using a variety of ways to generate traffic to your membership site. The pre-launch is your actual promotion time. You can use this time to offer a special pre-order price incentive, and the main purpose is to get the word out. So at this point, you are actually reaching out with a variety of different membership or marketing strategies to build awareness with your soon-to-be new members. So let's look at a few ideas for generating awareness. The first one is to promote on social media. And that is something that you guys just mentioned earlier, which is cool. At least you guys know about that. Now, any type of paid ads can work. It depends on where your people hang out. And this strategy, of course, works best if you can segment your ads to speak to different target audiences. Now, these audiences include a cold audience who have never heard of you before. A second one is the retargeted audience who've been on your site before, but they've never made a purchase. Now, you might be wondering, how can you target or retarget an audience that has never made a purchase? Think about it. Email list. That is why we continually talk about it. And we say to you, email list is very important. You have to have an email list because you need to retarget that audience. The last one is your current clients who are already familiar with your work. Never, ever target them all at once because they are all indeed totally different and therefore need different email sequences that are attached to them. And that is why you're going to segment your email lists. The next slide. On the other hand, we never expect a total stranger to click on an ad or buy something straight away. It is proven multiple times that traffic that gets to your site, the people are not going to buy the first time. So don't send cold traffic, not gold traffic. I mean, cold. Gold traffic would be awesome, but cold traffic to a sales page. Instead, we run ads on the big networks, whether we like it or not, such as Facebook, Google Ads, and of course, Pinterest, what you mentioned before, to get people to check out the free content. Let me say it again, free content, because we always think paid traffic is only to get and start selling. That's not the case. You need to generate an email list, right? So it is to get the people to check out the free content that we create for our membership pre-launch. Now, this is also a great way to get people to register to attend a free webinar where they can get some great nuggets and experience of your teaching style before they sign up for your paid membership site. And that is if you're going to have a course inside of your membership. Now, just a side note quickly, spending a lot of Facebook ads or a lot of money on Facebook ads does not automatically lead to sales. You could be targeting the wrong people or building a list of potential customers who don't want or need your product. The bottom line is dollars in doesn't automatically guarantee the dollars out when you are promoting your online courses with Facebook ads, and therefore time should be spent in making sure you know your audience before you actually start attempting to do paid advertising. And I just said courses, I mean membership sites. So although you can reach a bigger audience with paid ads, never underestimate the power of using your own social channels. A single well-crafted post can trigger hundreds or thousands of shares and bring in a truckload of unexpected revenue. Now, before I continue, I'm just going to quickly give you an idea of an example of a client that I helped creating a launch on her membership site. And her launch, she had about 6,000 people inside of her special group that she nurtured over a period of time. I cannot remember the amount of time that she was playing with this group, but she launched only inside of her group, and she didn't pay 1 cent in Facebook ads. And she did over $11,000 on that specific day, just because of a very engaged Facebook group. And that's why it is important to remember, if you can have a well-engaged group and you create very, very good posts inside of that group, it can really bring you a lot of money. So one thing to keep in mind with all of that being said, when it comes to social media, is that not everyone will see your posts. We know how Facebook works. We understand the algorithm. So you need to make sure to schedule a bunch of different posts, guys, different posts, not the same post, different posts at different times. And to make sure that people know you're opening registration for your membership site. Also make sure that each post is unique and not the same, because I just said it again, it needs to be unique. You can't have the same post being posted over and over and over, because you want to capture everyone's attention and not just those that did not see your post the first time. You can also use the Builderall social media auto post tool, our own viral launch element in Cheetah, and the Instagram autoresponder. Well, now, can you guys see why Builderall is the one in all digital marketing platform? It is clear. So if you want to post to multiple social media accounts, you can do that, but you will need to make use of a third-party supplier such as Content Studio, Hootsuite, and the likes of it. I don't even know if I say it correctly, Hootsuite. If it's not right, forgive me for that. But the key is consistent posting with creatives that demands attention. Now, these creatives should not just be bought in bulk, because a lot of people do that, but it truly needs to reflect your brand. If you cannot take the social media creatives and brand it to yourself, then don't start posting. Your purpose and the real goal is to create engagement. So to post just a quote is not going to create engagement. Put yourself in the shoes of your audience. What will you react to, and what will you take time to just like, love, or to comment? Now, posting on social media is a thought process, especially if it's going to be your business. It is not just blindly posting everywhere. The next one is blogging and articles. Now, you can use your own blog to bring in organic traffic and awareness of your new membership site. Now, I know it is tempting to write the post as if it were an alternative sales page, but it's more effective to write the blog post as a free resource that naturally leads into your membership program. The membership marketing strategy is not a one and done, because content marketing is something you want to do on a regular basis. But if you can craft a killer blog post that ties into your launch content, it can become an evergreen pillar that attracts shares and new visitors month after month. Now, the same strategy can be used for guest blogging or even writing articles for online magazines and so forth. Now, I wonder why I am mentioning magazines. Now, I'm sure you know why. Magazines are a very powerful way in getting the message out there. And I've been there and done that. It really, really works. So by now, you probably have built up a nice email list because you have spent time and money building it. Now it's time to use that list. Lots of people including myself, have lists that has gone ice cold because we no longer interact with them. Please do not let that happen. If you have people on a list, it means somewhere in the past, they were interested in what you were offering, but you failed in using the list and convert them to paying customers. Sending a series of emails to share the good news can be so powerful, especially if you can resist the urge to get all salesy on your subscribers. Now, membership sites can be successful without being complicated. Now, this is especially true if you give people more than one opportunity to convert. Just like a social media posting, not all of your subscribers will see your email announcements. So be sure to schedule more than one email with different touch points so that you don't get people emailing you and asking why they missed the registration deadline of your membership offer, for an example. Now, the next one is affiliates. Affiliates can be a very powerful tool in your marketing strategies, especially if they are top affiliates that knows how to sell. Make sure you equip them with graphics and swipe copy that they need to present your membership site in the best light to their own followers. It helps to get the date for your membership site promotion in their calendar early so that they can prepare and make the most of the launch buzz. The next slide is other ways. Other ways in driving traffic is to make use of forum discussions. Even websites such as Quora, I hope I'm saying that right, can be very useful, especially if you have answered a question that are being voted as an upvote. The last phase is the launch itself, where you will need to stay active and engaged, and then review what did work and what did not work. So now you have done your launch, you have had great success, but it does not end there, or does it? So again, I need you guys to tell me in the comments while I'm going to take a sip of my water here. And my teammates, please read any comments that are coming in, because I need everybody to hear this. Does it matter what is happening next? What is the next step after you have made this launch? Besides, you are getting all of this traffic to your membership site. It's all awesome. You are converting. What is the next thing that you have to do? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Is there any comment?
What's the next step? Just give
Yes.
just a second here. There's a little bit of a delay. Yes, we must keep them engaged.
All right.
Somebody
cool.
else says the next product. Another one for engage. Better the site is, the more effort is needed to keep it in good condition, someone says.
Yeah, we've got a few bright people inside of the chat today, because all of those are very important as well. And to have an additional product and more products added is actually part of the whole process in keeping a membership going. But there is one key, and that's what we're going to look at right now. So thank you, guys. Let me continue to the next slide here. You will need to have a strategy in place to keep those precious members. And that is what all my next slides is going to be about. So which is more valuable to your organization? One new member, one retained member? Can you guys drop in the comments, A or B? A for one new member or one retained member? Which is more valuable to your organization? Go for it.
Okay, a lot of action in the chat here. We have B, existing member, both, old member, B, both, old member, retained. They both have great value, but B, the existing member. Looks like B is the
Winner.
most popular answer.
Thank you, Kik.
Sure.
The answer is definitely B. Running a membership site is a challenge. A lot of time and effort goes into signing up that attracting a new member. So retaining a member who have already signed up is a task that is often overlooked. There are a few key things a site owner can do to help keep the members they've already worked so hard on and attracted to their site. Now, a little bit of effort can go a long way in keeping site members happy, content, and paying customers. So let's take a quick look. The first one is to make the best content and website. I know you guys, first reaction to this is probably duh. Yes, that is obvious as it gets. Now, even though this is so obvious, it's always good to be reminded. Creating the best content or service you can is the best way to keep your members happy and continuously customers. You need to focus on the quality and not the quantity. It is tempting to rush and just create as much as you can. Resist that temptation and focus on quality. Eventually, the content will fall in and you will have a great site that will sell itself. The point here is, if the value of your site is high enough, you shouldn't have to worry about retention. No one will want to leave. The next one is rewards. Use discounts or special content to reward your members for their loyalty. Reward your oldest members first. Reward your members on their birthdays and membership anniversaries. The rewards really don't have to be big, guys, but getting something for nothing or just being recognized, it really makes people feel special and it builds that loyalty. Next slide is competition. You have to check out your competition. Doing more and better than your competitors is the general school of thought here. I'm going to change things up a bit and say, do something different. Find a unique way to differentiate your site from your competitors. This makes you unique and can set you apart when all the things might look equal to the potential customer. Identify who your competitors' weaknesses are and make that your strength. Now, pointing this out to potential customers makes marketing so much easier. My next slide is world-class support. Always be kind. Go out of your way to be nice. Members will be grumpy when they have to contact support. And whether you are the only support person, they're still going to be grumpy. Most contact with support will be about something negative, when something has gone wrong. Now, you can't please everyone all the time, but you should still try. Go out of your way to be as helpful, even if it becomes clear you are going to lose that customer. Good word of mouth is priceless. Losing a customer doesn't necessarily have to equal bad word of mouth. It's almost impossible to actually quantify this, and there are no analytics to track it. It's plain old common sense and treating others how you would want to be treated. So I'm sure yourself, you have had and interact with some kind of customer support recently. So think back on that experience, on how it could have been better. Make sure your site is giving the best support experience possible. So when a new member reaches out to support and the problem is resolved quickly, it leaves them with that good feeling. Now that good feeling will be what the customer remembers when it's time to make a decision to stick around or not. The next slide. Survey your members. Don't just gather data about how you're doing from your support experience. Give your loyal members a chance to give some feedback. Survey the memberships no more than maybe twice a year. Now, the percentage of people you send to the survey actually gives you the feedback. Maybe small, but it can be a valuable tool to get some info on how you are doing. If there is something going on that you have overlooked or haven't thought of, that might come out in the survey too. Make the survey anonymous. Don't ask for only negative feedback. Ask them what their favorite feature or content is. Ask what features or content they would like to see added. Now, Builderall, guys, just released the survey feature to the beta users. So soon you will be able to have that too. So again, can you believe it? BA is truly the all-in-one digital marketing platform in the world. There is no doubt about that. The next one is experiment with drip content. Now, with these features available in Builderall, you control when your members have access to content. For example, the way that Bridget showed yesterday. By giving the member access to videos one step at a time, they can't see the videos that haven't dripped for them. You can also set expiration dates for when the content is no longer available. Use these features to keep your members engaged with your content, and they will be less likely to consume everything at once and then leave. The next slide. Discover why they joined. The reasons why people join a membership site are either they want to network with others in their field, or they want to access specialized information. So imagine you've got a, let me think of one. You've got a crochet membership site and someone joined because they love to crochet. But all your activities and lessons are about how to find crochet patterns. Now, this person maybe become disappointed and end up leaving. If you have run out of content, you can always create surveys again to see if they would like to have additional content added. Collecting this type of information from your members will ensure you are on the right track to engaging and retaining your members to the best of your ability. Then you can also have a monthly newsletter. It is a great way to stay in contact with your members. If you can add value to them over and above the benefits they already receive in the membership site, you will surely keep them more engaged and happy. You need to identify who isn't engaging and send them a win-back email. If you can't identify which of your members aren't engaged, you can't do anything to win them back before they end up lapsing. So your member database should be organized in such a way, and database I'm referring to your email list, that allows you to easily identify who these people are. Once you identify these people, send them a win-back email. A special offer may be designed to re-engage someone with your content. The next one is an awesome way to make them stay. And that is to add a welcome video to the membership page. It is really a cool way in welcoming a new member. The video can give insight as to the navigation of the site, what they can expect, where to go for questions, and so forth. People love video more than pages and pages of text. We all know that. We are almost done, guys. Just hold on for a few more minutes. The next slide, although some membership sites are simply drip feeds of content with little or no input from the owner, members will have a much stronger reason to join if they know they'll have insider access to you. So depending on your setup, that could mean live seminars or webinars where people can ask questions through chat or over the phone, forums where you post regularly, providing help and support for your members, a text chat room where you hold like office hours kind of thing or something similar, your private Facebook group where you can chat with members, a contact form that ensures you spot messenger messages quickly in your inbox. And even if you're busy, stay involved with your membership site. It might help to set aside time on a regular basis to actually interact with them. For an example, you might check forums daily, send out an email weekly, and hold a live webinar, let's say every 3 months, maybe. You need to lead the way with the interaction. And if your subscribers get quiet, start an extra topic, create a new course, or do something that will allow them to not be shy and just explode into your chats and into your groups. The next one is to run group events and challenges. Maybe you've provided tons of great materials, e-courses in bite-sized chunks, pre-recorded seminars, video tutorials, but members just don't seem to be engaging with them. Some people enjoy working at their own pace, guys, alone, like myself, but many find it easier to stay motivated and on track when they are going through material within a group. You don't necessarily need to have a big event to get people involved. In fact, simple is probably better. For an example, let's say you are running a summer challenge in your membership site that is all about writing, like an author writing. To help people or members to work towards their writing goals, each week you could create a super short video, maybe 1 to 2 minutes long, with a bit of encouragement and call it maybe a mini challenge for the week. Make it easy to participate and fun. Now, I found that offering prizes creates a great incentive for members to actually take action. Now, I think there is only 2 more slides left. When you start your membership site, your main concern will probably be ensuring that members know they're getting plenty of content for their money. After a year or so, you're going to realize that there's more than enough content, and your members need an easy route to go through this maze. Now, if, for instance, you put out 1 recorded seminar, 1 Q&A every month, and 1 course of video lessons every 3 months, you will have 12 seminars, 12 Q&As, 4 courses after just a year, plus any extras you might have added. So if you can try to do this, create rather, to help you with that maze, create rather another welcome page or something similar for the new members that are coming on board to get them started quickly. Update this on a regular basis and remind the members of the older resources that they might have missed. If you produce a new seminar or course, make sure that you link to the older ones too that are relevant. And this is how you can make sure that your subscribers stay. That was now all in a nutshell. There are plenty other ways that you can also incorporate. And I've given you more tips and ideas in the workbook. Just go to day 5 of the workbook as well. And you will see another ideas or some more ideas in article, day 10, I think. So I hope you've enjoyed the training. And on behalf of the Mac 5 team, as always, I would like to say thank you for attending the last 5 days. And remember, we are here for you and we would love to see you exceed. And like we always say, go out and build something amazing with Builderall.
Look, hey, they designed a platform for you all. What you want, what you need is Builderall. Build it up, we just answering your call. We're the one-stop shop if your back's against the wall. Yeah, you're a Builderall rock star. Hey, you can build it all, go hard. Sign up and you'll see we got it all. We're the one-stop shop if your back's against the wall. Look, if you're trying to build the name of your brand, that came with a plan, get your name in demand. With Builderall, you can save your day in advance. Keep the apps automated so you barely need to glance. Listen, think of all the power that you hold. It's a new globe, everyone is grabbing for their phones. Imagine the control, build your passion on your own. And the more that you connect, the more attraction they will show. Not only a sales funnel, look, this is more advanced. This will help you compete, but have the upper hand. Keep your products in demand. It's all in one spot. You don't have to calculate and feel afraid with your thoughts. Automate your response. Drag and drop your site or click map your fans. See the pages they like or use the video wrap or capture their sites. Design your own app from scratch, just how you like. Yeah, they designed a platform for you all. What you want, what you need is Builderall. Build it up, we just answering your call. We're the one-stop shop if your back's against the wall. Yeah, you're a Builderall rock star. Hey, you can build it all, go hard. Sign up and you'll see we got it all. We're the one-stop shop if your back's against the wall. Design with y'all in mind, let entrepreneurs shine. Tired of the 9 to 5, you starting your own grind and it's alright. They got the tools you need. The connection they designed is truly unique. Never been able to express my views with ease. I move, release, double click and knew I'm pleased. My clients as well, tired of the hoops and leaps. Too many things in the way of my truth and dreams. A Builderall rock star is what you really are. Tune in on the internet will make you a star. You don't need to study hard, all it takes is a start. Work every day and move higher till you way off chart. Stay on, never sleep on none of the apps. It's a free sign up just so you know in advance. Builderall's for the legends, nothing's holding you back. You got the tools and the plan, you can stay on track. Believe that. They designed a platform for you all. What you want, what you need is Builderall. Build it up, we just answering your call. We're the one-stop shop if your back's against the wall. Yeah, you're a Builderall rock star. Hey, you can build it all, go hard. Sign up and you'll see we got it all. We're the one-stop shop if your back's against the wall.